Well, hi guys. Thank you for joining me. So today we're going to be going through an address book. I had an order for a couple of calendars and address books. And I'm late getting this done, but I wanted to show you I just did an intro video showing you how I did the lace, but the sound went out. So we're starting over and I'm just going to tell you. I don't know if you can see how neat these lace edges are. And they are sealed so they won't fray, okay? And what I do is now there's one lifting up, but I can fix that. But what I do is I trim it close. I trim it nice and close, okay? Then I put hot glue on it and I push it in the end, And then I count to 3. And this time I have been taking just pieces of scrap lace, and you put the glue on it, and then you count to 3 and let it sit real good, and then you somehow, however you want, pull the lace out, okay? And then that pulls your frayed edges out, and it gets rid of the excess hot glue. And then you just take your best, sharpest scissors you can that do the best neat cutting, and you trim all that excess lace off without cutting the journal. You don't want to cut the journal, okay? And then you just go along the edge and neatly trim that glued lace. And you trim off the frayed edges. And then, here's a little bit of one. And then what that does is it saturates the lace with hot glue, but then then you wipe away the excess. So this whole edge is trimmed neatly, and it won't fray because we used hot glue. I've also done that with liquid glue. But, I mean, how else do you do these edges so they don't fray? And these will stay nice. They will stay nice. Isn't that nice? Isn't that neat? So, this lady needed an address book. She likes purple and green. I showed her this paper. I got it from Creative Fabrica. I don't know if you know about it. CreativeFabrica.com. And they have free images. Free SVG, free scrapbook paper, backgrounds, all of the stuff. And I've used it a lot. And I sent her a screenshot of this paper pack, and she liked it. So then I used it, and she liked this image. She said green and any purple flower. So then I just found these different images. I thought this was pretty, this green and purple. It has 5 signatures. I'm going to have to make alphabet tabs and send them, because I have more than one page for each letter of the alphabet. So she'll have to put the tabs where she needs them. She might need a couple pages of, common letters like S's or B's or something, And it has 5 signatures. I found this image and I just put it up front because it didn't compete with all of this. I did this on another address book as I used these houses. I just thought that was a fun play to use, like the neighborhood for the address books, I just thought that was fun. So I used that on the inside, and I did that on another address book I did too. I just thought it was silly. And then so it didn't compete. I used this plain, I didn't use a patterned image on the first signature. And then the last signature is just note pages. So I did that on the last. So it didn't compete too much with all of this going on, So I did this loaded pocket here. And then I figured, of course, she can use that. I just put stuff in it, envelope. These are envelopes, and these are just cards and tags. But I just thought she could use that for business cards and stuff, But I went ahead and filled it. But that's very functional. Okay, let me go back here. This, I did put this on when I made it, when I printed it. And then that's the front and the back. I just used tag board for the base and wrapped it in cardstock, printed with this image. And then on the inside, I used the neighborhood. And I did do the corners, the metal book corners. I opened them up a little bit, and then I put some E6000 kind of glue down inside, and then I just pushed it on and clamped it real tight with my pliers. Okay, so she's got metal corners to help protect it. I did put this, since these pages are all cardstock and heavy, I did put it closer to the bottom because I didn't want it sagging or warping. So those are really flush against the bottom, so that when it stood up, the weight of all of these papers is not pulling on it. I just wanted to help make it more secure. I did design these name address fields. I've got name and a blank line, address, city, state, zip, phone, and email. And I did an extra line. I thought it'd be handy, like if it was a company name, to put the company name and then the contact or whatever. Maybe if it's, you know, like your sister-in-law, and then an extra line to put their birthday. I just thought another extra blank line would be handy. And then I put 3 sets of those on each page. And I put them all in this box, and then I recolored the box for each signature, you know. And then this is that flower pack of the cover. And I just did this one like light purple, and this line around it is blue. And then I just added some little stuff here and there. Oh, I made this altered paper clip. And so there's that signature. This is the cover one, and I just did green with green and green. This is purple, and then I did 2 purple lines and light purple backing and purple border. This is just an envelope with a gold heart paper clip. And this back section is just green and purple alternating graph paper. Okay. I made a writing board, for example. If you go to write on this page, and it's got this lumpy envelope and paper clip and stuff in the background, right? So a writing board just gives you a nice solid surface underneath, so you don't have any wrinkled, lumpy stuff to mess up your writing. I got that idea from Hobonichi. Hobonichi is like a Japanese little planner, and you can get writing boards, and that's where I got the idea from. Okay. And I make them for most all of my journals and planners. And even some friends are making them now. This writing board got pretty thick, but there's room for it, and it's still usable. But I covered it in file folder, and then I didn't like it. And then I covered it in scrapbook paper. So it's pretty thick and hefty, but it'll serve its purpose. So I'm going to go ahead and keep it because it fits. And then I put this line on here, but then it wasn't big enough to fit the writing board, so it's just tucked in. And then I had to make something to put in there, right? So well, what happened here? That got frayed. And so I just made her a little folio thing full of Post-its and stuff. And again, these are stacked pockets that'll hold business cards and stuff, you know. And something I just figured out is these 2 are Post-its, and I've always had to mount a couple of Post-its on something because of the sticky back. But then in this one, I figured out to just put washi tape on the backing so you don't have the sticky back, and it's still, you know, that's how you can use Post-its without having to mount them on a piece of something, you know. So I thought those were fun. This is just a little notebook with purple paper. That's a coin envelope. I just got a bunch, cash envelope. I just got a bunch of these from Vine, and I really like them. I really like these. So those are a fun size. So I just stuck it in there just because. I just needed something to stick in that belly band because the writing board was too big. But it just tucks in fine. And then let's see, what else? I think that's all. I will have to make alphabet tabs because I have too many pages for one page per letter. So I'm going to have to make alphabet A to Z tabs for her to put those in herself. I'll make them ready to go. Okay? And I think that's all. Like I said, I've made 2 or 3 calendars and 2 address books, I believe. And I'm just getting them all done. And let me know if you have any questions. And thanks for joining me. Love you. Bye.